so it's a lot of sacrifice. I mean, because I do feel like there are things that I've missed out on, like with my family and friends, things that I couldn't attend because of work.
This is a journey.
Let me take you on a journey.
Welcome to Her Journey, presented by Kudzukian Media Group.
We believe Her Journey will encourage young women and help them see that life is a journey.
You have to continue to walk in your purpose.
We cannot control how other people respond to us.
As long as you have breath in your body, story does not end. Every day that God grants you, you have an opportunity to rewrite your story.
We believe Her Journey will encourage young women and help them see that life is a journey. Watch Her Journey, hosted by me, Joy Doss, brought to you by the Kudzukian Media Group and proudly sponsored by Nike, Black Community Commitment.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Her Journey, where I'm talking to some of the most phenomenal and successful women in the city of Memphis. That's right here in our own backyard. Today's phenomenal woman is actually pretty doggone special. It's probably my most specialist show because guess what? It's my best friend. It's Fonda, but my best friend is also a big boss. So there's no, this is a meritocracy. Welcome, Fonda Fouche. She is the HR chief for the City of Memphis. Welcome, Fonda.
Thank you.
So, tell us about your early years in Memphis. Did you always want to do HR?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure there are many people that wake up in the morning saying, I'm going to go work in...
I want to deal with people all
right,
day.
I want to deal with people all day. Actually, early on, and especially when I first started college, I was actually going into the healthcare field until I took chemistry and biology, and I was like, no, this is not for me. And so I was probably in my third year of college, and I switched my major, and I ended up in a training class where we were doing trainings where we actually train adults and putting together plans and learning plans. And so that was interesting to me. So I guess probably when I was in my third year of college, I found something that I really enjoyed. Now, my career started with recruitment. And so most of my career has been in recruitment, which is surprising because that's a lot of talking, there's a lot of people, a lot of peopling.
It is a lot of peopling.
And I'm very much I'm probably more of an introvert than extrovert.
Yeah.
Probably why me and you work.
Yeah. Yes.
Because Joy will talk all day, and I can just sit and just be quiet. So I started my career in recruitment, and it actually, I liked it. I really did. Even now, 28 years later, I have people that come up to me and say, I remember when you made me my job offer. So it's fulfilling, but it's also it's not an easy job because if 100 people apply for a job, 99 of them are going to be upset with you. So I started my career early on with the fire department, believe it or not. So I hired firemen, promoted. I spent my first month of work at the fire training academy. So then I moved over to police, where I worked in police for 10 years in HR. And then I came back to the actual HR division. And in the last 8 years, I served as the talent management officer. And then in probably October, November, Mayor Young asked me to be his chief of HR. I was currently serving as interim probably for about 6 months after the last CHRO left.
So let me ask you this, because I know this is a conversation we had, but I never asked you why. Like, what is the why? Like, not necessarily we can talk about the why you do what you do, but you've been at the city for 28 years. And I know when we were young, I was like, girl, go, what? No. So why was that intentional? Now I'm like, okay, I understand the power of benefits a little bit better as an older gal, but was that your intention to stay at the city for 28 years? And then what made you stay for that long?
So no, it was never my intention to stay. I started with the city 6 months after graduating college. And I remember getting my first paycheck, and I saw that they had this line that said pension. And I walked over to payroll and I was like, you don't have to take this out of my paycheck because, you know, I'm not retiring from here. But, and it doesn't happen often, but I was presented with many different opportunities throughout my career with the City of Memphis. So I was able to move around quite a bit. If I did not have that flexibility, I probably would not have stayed, because there was a point probably at that 7 to 8 year mark that I had started looking for work outside of city government. And so the opportunities that were presented to me was probably the reason why I stayed. Because if I had just been in that same role that I had started back 6 months out of college, then no. I would not have stayed. But I love Memphis. You know, I always tell people when people ask me where I'm from, I say Memphis, and they say, "Oh, Memphis, Tennessee." I say, "No, I'm from Memphis."
Yeah, Memphis,
you know?
Memphis.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't claim Tennessee, but I do claim Memphis, and we've always had so much potential, and you know, and so just being able to be a part of making the city I love a better place has kept me there. And I've had some great opportunities throughout my career. It was frustrating because the pay wasn't always there. So, you know, that was another reason why, you know, at times where I was looking outside of city government. But I've had 9 different positions throughout my career. So I don't think I would have stayed if I had not had that opportunity to move around.
So let's rewind then. Talk about growing up in Alsea. Growing up, you know, with what was that like for you? You know, your home life, your early years. What do you remember about your community? Fond memories of childhood and community.
I had a pleasant, you know, childhood. My neighborhood was mostly teachers. And my mom actually has the same neighbors that were there when I actually lived there. And so growing up in Alsea, I remember a lot of teachers. I remember all of my neighbors knew who I was. You know, they also told on me a lot. I got in trouble quite a bit. But like I said, pleasant childhood memories. I mean, I still like Alsea. You know, my first friends were on my street in Kingsview. School was, what's the word for it? I had challenges in elementary school, more so because people used to play with my hair.
Sure.
You know, they would ask me if I was wearing a wig. I had a lot more hair then. I would have people ask me, did I wear a wig? I had one of our good friends to cut my hair, Clyde, cut my hair in the 3rd grade because he said my, you know, hair always.
My Lord.
So, you know, I guess in a way, you know, I was kind of picked on because I did look different from a lot of the kids in school. But it wasn't anything like mean or, you know, hateful, just a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I would get a lot of questions, but more so from my teachers than students.
Well, how did that make you?
It made me because I'm glad it happened in elementary school because it prepared me. Because even now,
College.
even now, I always get a lot of questions about my background, about my parents. So that prepared me. And so, I know that it's a curiosity. I'm not easily offended by it. I do get offended when people continue to ask me, so what color is your mom?
Like, asked and answered. Move on.
Right, I ask, just don't keep questioning me about it. So I've always dealt with it, even from early on.
So this question is going to be interesting for you. So before the break, we ask everybody, when did you know your path as a Black woman was going to be different? Given that, what you just said, I expect this is probably going to be an interesting question for you. So ponder that, and we'll get to you after the break. You're watching Her Journey, presented by Kudzukian Media Group, and I am here today with Fonda Fouche from the City of Memphis. So we will be right back. Don't move.